What's up everybody, the Lego Minecraft Pro here, and today we're going to be doing a video of the review of The Man of Steel. I don't know what to say. I wasn't really anticipating it that much because I'm not that big of a Superman fan. I just feel like I've always had this feeling that it was overpowered, and I've always been a Batman fan. So I've always kind of just leaned towards the Batman films. So, but I still went to it because I'm just like, it's a DC movie. I want to support my DC-ness and DC-ness within me. I don't know, but I wanted to support DC, so I went to it. I don't know what to say. I mean, I liked it. It was good, and it wasn't. I felt like it wasn't as complicated as Inception. Okay, but it had a pretty simple premise. I mean, it did take a little bit of brain power to understand, but I understand most. I understand most of it. Um, so it was a good movie. I liked it. But it's not getting a lot of good reviews. Like Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 56%. I don't know how it got that rating because it was way better than that. IGN gave it a good rating, like a 9 out of 10. The IGN was one of the few reviewers that I think that actually liked it. But I liked it too. Um, Henry Cavill was a good actor. The Zack Snyder directed this, and he has directed a lot of comic book focused movies. Like he directed 300 and Watchmen. I've never watched those, but I know that he's directed those, and he's also directing like a new 300 movie. But because I saw a trailer for it when I went to the Man of Steel. Um, Christopher Nolan produced it and worked on the storyline, but I didn't. I mean, I did see sort of some of him because he's always kind of like had it. He's always made his story plot. I can kind of see him in the story, but not like an acting or character development because he's always Christopher Nolan. I like because in his Batman movies he tried to keep him grounded to reality. He didn't do that because it's Superman, but yeah. Okay, story. I loved it. It was really good. I liked how you got to see actually like 30 minutes of Krypton. Like Krypton, we got to see a lot of Krypton. And that was good because Krypton's cool. It was really, really cool, and it wasn't just as simple as like Jor-El going like, "We need to send our baby off to save him, to save the race." It wasn't like that. It wasn't just like this 1 minute cameo, kind of like what they did in Megamind, which was a complete copy off of Man of Steel or Superman. Um, but it was very, very long. You spent like literally 30 minutes. Like first it was like they were at this council or whatever, and then like Jor-El was talking. He's trying to like say you did something wrong. We need to stop this whole madness because they were like manifesting from the core. So the whole Krypton was getting explosive, like really dangerous. And then like Zod comes in. He's the military, the army. And he's all like mad at them. So he starts shooting the council. And so you do learn in the movie that Zod and Jor-El are on the same side in a way. Just Zod's will do more to get to the goals he's wanting, but they're both wanting to save Krypton. Just they want to achieve that goal in different ways. And I thought that was kind of cool, but in the end, this is only the first 30 minutes, so as you can tell, Jor-El dies. However, Zod and his fellow mates, fellow people, are captured and sent to the Phantom Zone because they're like, you betrayed your Krypton or your country or whatever they have, territories, countries, I don't know. But that you betrayed Krypton, we have to send you to the Phantom Zone. The Phantom Zone's like Krypton's jail. It's like another dimension, but as a jail. It's like their version of jail. So they send him to it, and then Krypton explodes, and the portal opens again, so Zod and his people are able to get out. It's not good. Now, it's been several years, and so Clark is growing up and he's here. And then when he was sent to Earth, he had this pendant that said S on it, and it was like it was the shape of his S on his chest, but like almost in a pendant. It was much smaller. So it was a really good movie, and that was just like the first 30 minutes. It was really good. I liked it a lot. I will be doing a spoiler review where I like tell you a lot more about the story, and I'll tell you the kind of huge weird ending. Not weird, just really like cool ending. But yeah. Story wise, Zod's just trying to save Krypton, its people, but in doing that, he's trying to destroy Earth and its inhabitants. So it's very, very, very good. I liked it, and they had all like you could tell that Christopher Nolan was in it because he made the Superman story much more complex. Like Superman had enhanced powers because he had been on Earth and gravity's not as strong, atmosphere is better. There's the yellow sun, so he gets all his more power. So he's actually more powerful than Zod. But then, like, Superman breaks off his, like, breather, so then Zod gets the powers, and that doesn't end up good. But it's just really cool. And then Superman, they never showed Krypton in this movie, and I can kind of understand because they're like, Krypton just exploded. How would they find kryptonite? Like, I can kind of understand why they were saying, like, kind of getting around at that. So instead, Superman's weakness was when he was, like, captured by Zod, they put him on the spaceship, and their atmosphere, gravity, like, air was different to him, so he lost all his powers. I guess that was the director, Christopher Nolan, Zack Snyder's version of kryptonite. And I could tell that Christopher Nolan had, like, almost invented that. So, yeah. But it was really good movie. I've been looking at some of the Lego sets, and none of them follow the story. Like, the enemy dropship barely follows the story. Like, I never saw, just didn't really make a lot of sense. The only two characters I really paid attention to were Zod, Lois Lane, and Superman. Like, there was some dude called Hardy or something. He was like the general or something. I remember seeing him in a Lego set, but I remember hearing his name, and I liked. Oh wait, no, I can't spoil anything. I almost said something. But he wasn't that big of a character. It was really only those three characters. But yeah, and I love their armor. It was really cool. Just I felt like there was when I was watching this movie, when I was seeing Zod and Superman fighting. I was just instantly reminded of Injustice. They were like punching each other through buildings. It was just like Injustice, where they punched each other through buildings. It goes like it's mass destruction. It was just like that. And during the whole movie, I felt like I had this feeling that we weren't in Metropolis, but we were in New York. But I remember seeing a sign saying "Welcome to Metropolis" or something like that. But the whole movie, I felt like it was in New York. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe that's a good thing. Probably a bad thing, but I was feeling like we're in New York. But then I remembered, oh yeah, it's Superman universe. There's several. I remember seeing one Easter egg that was kind of neat. You could see, I think like 2 to 3 times, I would see these Jeeps or like these trucks that said LexCorp on them. Pretty neat to see those because that just instantly reminded me of Lex Luthor. But overall, it was a good movie. Like, really good. It was a little bit too, I just can't remember what the word is. It was too much special effects. Like, there was a lot. Like, almost, I bet you if you went to, like, the set of the scene, almost everything you'd see would be green. Like, yeah, I know, even Zod's costume is probably green. Probably he had to wear, like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, Michael Shannon did a good job. He actually kind of, sometimes in a way, when he was playing as Zod, he kind of almost scared me. But I wasn't like, almost like I saw a ghost, but I was just kind of freaked out by him. Like, he played really good Zod. Like, he kind of struck fear into me, which I think he's trying to do. So I think he was a good pick. And I liked how it wasn't completely like just Superman being at Daily Planet. It was like the pre-story. It was before anything. It was before Lex Luthor even knew about him probably. And at the very end, like the last scene is him going to the Daily Planet and being like, "I'm gonna work for the Daily Planet." It wasn't like the whole movie he was working at the Daily Planet, and that was really cool. And I liked how they didn't just go like he crash lands and then they had this whole timeline where he went through. Instead, they had him actually did flashbacks. That was really cool, and I liked that. My overall score was a 9.5 out of 10. They had good actors, good plotline, great recreation of the Superman mythos, but I felt like I was in New York and it had too many special effects. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. This has been the LEGO Minecraft Pro, and until next time, bye.